Alright, hello, my name is Matt, and I will be conducting a usability testing session with you today. Before the session begins, I will cover all the information you need to know to avoid stoppages during the test. I am taking part in an online advanced web design course, and this has been assigned as part of my final project. I'm asking 4 people to use my website and complete various tasks to test if the website works as intended. The test should take somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes. We will be testing my website, VTSummer. To be clear, we are not testing you, we are testing the website. Don't worry about making any mistakes or doing anything wrong. Just go about the tasks how you normally would. Also, while completing the task, please refrain from using the search function on the website if it features a search function. During the session, it will be extremely beneficial for us if you think aloud as you complete the tasks. What you're looking at, what you're trying to do, what you're thinking, etc. Don't worry about oversharing. Anything you say will be helpful to us. Don't worry about being too harsh or trying to give compliments to the site if they are not deserved. This is a demo of my website, so you won't hurt my feelings. Your honest reactions are what I need. If you have any questions or need clarification about something, feel free to ask. I will do my best to answer. Depending on the question, I may not give the answer right away because I'm interested in seeing how the user reacts without someone offering them help. If you still have questions at the end of the session, I will try and answer them then. During this session, with your permission, I will be recording what is happening on the screen as well as the audio from our conversation. These recordings, when I review them later, will help further identify improvements that can be made to the website. It also saves me time from having to take notes during the session. At this time, I would like you to sign a permission form. This simply gives me permission to record you completing the task as well as the audio from our conversation during the session. Thank you for signing that form. All right. So, do you have any questions so far?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So let's begin. Before looking at the site, I'd like to ask you a few questions. What is your occupation?
Student.
Anything else?
Intern.
Where?
Vermont Energy Investment Corporation in the engineering department.
What do you do?
Engineer things. Work mainly with Excel and compile our database of projects that we've worked on.
Excellent. So how many hours a week would you use the internet, including stuff for work? Well, divide it between work stuff and then free time stuff.
Free time stuff, I'd say maybe 5 hours a week. I don't use it that much in my free time just because I don't have much. In work, what do you define as using?
Web browsing, email, social media.
So my email is always kind of open in the background during work, so that's 8 hours a day. But I only check it periodically or when I get a message. Other web browsing, maybe like half an hour to an hour each day. Probably closer in the end of half an hour. Is that good or?
Yeah, that works. So
Okay.
you're familiar with the internet, basically.
Pretty familiar.
Yeah. All right. So what kind of websites do you visit most frequently outside of your email?
My work has a couple different pages that I usually look through for work-related stuff. Otherwise, I use Google and Facebook mainly in my free time and other news article things, all of that. Yeah.
Any favorites?
Not really.
Oh. All right. So now we can start looking at my website. You can click the bookmark for VTSummer and just sort of look at the home page. See what just say, tell me what you think, initial impressions, what the site's for, type of information you can access.
Can I make it full screen?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
I just OCD. Did I do it? I'm not familiar with Macs.
Yeah,
there we go. So I like how the pictures are scrolling when you first open it, and I like the background. It feels very welcoming and homey. First impression, it's off center, and again, I'm OCD, so it's off center.
Which ones are off center?
Just this, or the picture scrolling is shifted more to the left.
Yes.
So see how that's like that. Kind of subtle, but when you look at the home title,
yep.
I wish this script right here underneath the home in between the scrolling pictures, I wish that was a little bigger.
Okay. And
kind of easier to read because reading the whole left to right of the screen is a little difficult, and I feel like I don't want to read it.
So what would make it better?
maybe make it almost like a more centered, almost subtitle type. Make the home a little more catching. Because right now it's kind of small on the page and it goes unnoticed. Because this print a complete checklist is, I feel like, useful. Um, and maybe that could be on its own little line, like print a complete checklist, or something like that. Yeah, but I like it. It's pretty. I like the scrolling pictures. They're really nice. Oh, and the arrows show up. I like how the arrows are not there all the time. Or are they?
No, they're not. They come in and out.
Yeah, I like that. I like the scrolling.
Okay, well, that's very helpful. Thank you. So now we can start doing some tasks. So for the first one, I want you to find a pizza joint that sounds appealing.
Alright, well, pizza's food, and there's a tab. The tabs are very clear. Like, easy to spot. So Good Eats sounds like a place I would get pizza. Well, hopefully it would be a Good Eats is the pizza place. Okay, so I see the first thing that pops up is American flatbread. I like how there's a little bit of description and some like pictures and stuff. But I've been to American flatbread a million times, so I think I'm gonna look for another place. And I see different places. I think the names should be a little bigger to draw them out more because they're the same size as the type and description. So, but I like how everything's laid out in like a easy to look at grid. It makes a lot of sense. But it is a little difficult finding another pizza place unless I just passed one. But all this food looks really good. There's another pizza. Oh, there's another pizza. Oh, Picasso. That place is really good. Yeah, I think Picasso sounds really good. I think if it was organized in a different way, because I just kind of scrolled through and skimmed for pizzas. Maybe if you could like break them up by type. Oh, maybe like a price too, like average cost of a meal. So people, do you want like a really expensive pizza place or do you want just kind of like a Papa John's type of thing?
Okay.
So I think that would be interesting to have. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So next task. You are a moderate hiker looking for a nice day hike. Nothing too challenging. Find a hike that seems appropriate.
All right. Well, hiking's outside, and there's a tab for outdoor adventures. So I think we're gonna go there. This one's off center too. Really OCD.
Was the food one on center?
Yes, I believe so. It's interesting because everything else is centered except for this grid. Oh, click on image for location. I think it might be nice if you could like hover and it'd show it instead of like a click, because I don't know if I click. Yeah, then it opens a new tab. Link below, like find it on Google or something. If that's, I don't know. I don't know.
So like a hover and a map shows up when you hover?
Yeah. Like you can just hover over it and you can kind of see like a whole Vermont map and see like kind of where it is.
Well, imagine when you're just sliding over, like you're just pulling up maps all the time.
True. I don't know.
There are some issues with hovers, but
yeah.
that's an interesting thing that
I don't know how I feel about like clicking on the image for the link.
Or you could have.
Yeah, you can say something.
Or you could have like a built-in map, like on the leave that table a line to the left, and then on the right have a Google map built in, like an iframe, with a point on every mountain, a flag, a pin.
Or maybe just do like a whole big map.
I like the way it is now though too, because like it pulls up a new tab, and you'll probably want to keep that open.
Yeah,
Same
I would also
thing.
think just like a whole map of Vermont, and each mountain is like listed, and like you said, like a flag, so you can see a visual of like, oh, what's close to me as well, and not just like what type of hike do I want, but what's close, and then what is it. So I was looking for a moderate hike.
Yeah.
So I guess it's something that, like the food, there should be some sort of description, because I liked that reading about the food places and like what actually it was, because all these say hike, so that makes them seem kind of, oh, there's some kayak and stuff too. Yeah, it just makes them seem kind of all the same, but they're not. So I don't know. I don't like clicking a lot of things. I'd rather just all the information be there. Well, Camel's Hump looks pretty, so I'm gonna go with that one and look at it. Oh, I like how it pulls up the Vermont State Parks though, because that's like all the information you need.
So it depends on which one you click on. Some don't do that.
Oh, okay.
But well, some pull up different websites.
Yeah, see, I'm looking at this website, and this one's a little hard to find exactly what type of hike it is. Like,
Okay.
why am I just missing it?
No. That I mean, that's definitely a complaint to raise with
Oh, hiking. There it
with
is.
their
Yeah, I just
design
think
people.
I just think, yeah, maybe like you could do like a 5-star type of thing, like, oh, really, really
Okay.
difficult hikes, or these are kind of easy
Maybe
hikes,
color
like,
coded.
oh yeah, color coded, like anything just to like visually just see really quick, like, okay, what are the main things you need to know, and then if someone's like, oh, this sounds cool, and then they click it and can get everything, like its address, if like the times it's available, all of that stuff. Somewhat challenging. Oh, I think I like Camel's Hump. So somewhat challenging, which challenges are good, but then there's also easy stuff, and great for small kids and elders, so there is an option to do different things. Bit shorter and attracts lots of hikers. Yeah, I think Camel's Hump sounds good for a fun hike.
Oh.
Plus, it looks pretty. I like the pictures. Okay, back to the tab. Okay.
All right, excellent. So, moving on to our final task. You are in need of some ice cream. Find an option that seems appealing, but will also provide some entertainment and kill some time.
Well, when I was in the Good Eats, I didn't really see any ice cream places. I think there was just Burlington Bay. So maybe I'll have, and that doesn't seem like too fun a place. So maybe I'll try Popular Attractions instead. Oops, I accidentally double clicked. Oh, Vermont Teddy Bear. Oh, Ben and Jerry's. That's an ice cream place. Factory tour is fun and educational for all ages. Offer guests. This is also off center. Sorry, I'm extremely OCD. Oh, this is cool. I like how there's all sorts of options. Yeah, I definitely really do like the description part of it. Yeah, that helps. But then, yeah, as far as the task goes, I think Ben and Jerry's sounds good. I think this could be like the same as the hiking, is maybe like an overall map to show where everything is, and also possibly prices, because I know from a fact Vermont Teddy Bear Company is like $60 just to go on the tour, whereas like the Shelburne Museum is like $510, I believe. So maybe that would also help. Yeah, but that's just kind of like personal things. All these breweries. Maybe not breweries be its own tab, but maybe like subheadings of different categories of stuff. So like breweries would be one, and then like educational would be another one, and then like I see whale tails, so that's like sites or places to visit. Yeah, like the farmer's market, like a place to visit. Tour UVM. Yeah. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
I'm
So
saying,
more
okay.
organization.
Yeah, just like subcategories, kind of like how the food should be broken up at different types of food. Because if I'm just a user of this and I'm searching like, oh, what to do in Burlington, I'd want to know like what different types. Like maybe I'm not really an outdoorsy person, so I want like a museum or chocolate. Yeah. Or like I like these historical ones like the Ethan Allen Homestead, or I like breweries. Oh, I went there. Yeah. What's Sam Maz's farm? Never heard of that. That's interesting. Yeah, like there's a lot of different farms and stuff, and if they were all kind of together, that's what I like. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So that is the end of our test. Do you have any questions?
No.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking that test. I appreciate it.